If we just believe that, okay, it doesn't really matter, that when we die, the monks will do the chanting for us, therefore I don't need to sort of be a good person, then of course, you're in big trouble when the exam at the end of life comes, and you know what rebirth you get. So you have to be very, very careful. If you really want to be protected from bullets, then don't join the army. If you really want to be protected from bad luck, then do lots of good karma. And if you really want to be protected, from misfortune, then be a kind and generous person. And this is not superstition. You can see the justice in this, the cause and effect, and it makes a lot of sense. But unfortunately, that people just sometimes think, no, they just want some easy way, and they're just too gullible. And sometimes we think all we need to do is just to go to some sort of church and do some praying. If as long as I go to the temple every week, then when I die, then I'll be happy. It's not just coming to the temple, it's not just doing the ceremonies, it's much more than that. And it's actually who you are. You come to this temple, to this Friday evening here. Why do you come here for? It's not just about the Buddha and light some incense and go home again afterwards thinking you're pure. That doesn't make you pure. In the same way that in the time of the Buddha there was this big idea, superstition, and it's still here today, that if you bathe in the river Ganges, then all your sins are washed away. That was in the time of the Buddha. And when the Buddha, people asked the Buddha that, he said, look, if that was the case, and this is the Buddha's statement, he said, then all the fish who swim in the Ganges would now be enlightened and holy, because they bathe 24 hours a day. So even the Buddha had a sense of humour. And it's obvious, isn't it? But sometimes that we don't understand this, and we're superstitious, we don't think it out for ourselves, we don't gather the evidence, and sometimes, even today, you see that many, many people go to the Ganges at a certain time of year, and they want to bathe away their sins or their bad karma. Does that really make sense to you? But does it also make sense you just go to a priest or something and just give an offering and please may you forgive me? Or you ask some Jesus Christ or something, please forgive my sins? Superstition. What that does, it means you don't take responsibility for yourself and for your life and for your goodness and for your virtue. That's the only thing we can do. If we don't do that, and we pass the buck by some superstitious idea which we never really check out, it means that a lot of times that we create misery for ourselves and a lot of problems for other people. There's too much superstition in this world. I was just reading the other day, actually not the other day, a couple of days ago, I've just been reading Richard Dawkins' book about the God delusion. And one of the things there he was saying that the idea that if an Islamic martyr blows himself up, they'll go to heaven and they'll have 72 black-eyed virgins. And he said, actually that's a wrong translation. What this guy who's an Islamic scholar or Arabic scholar or something was saying, it means they'll get 72 clear white raisins. That's what it said anyway. So raisins, sultanas, these little dried grapes. Makes things a lot different, doesn't it? But those superstitions, they motivate people.